What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is McStan and today I wanted to talk about Albert Wesker and how they could expand his role in the Resident Evil 4 remake. But before we get into that, I have to ask you to please hit that like button. You guys have been killing it lately, so I really do appreciate you guys hitting that like button, and maybe consider subscribing if you guys are huge Resident Evil fans like myself, because this channel does upload a ton of Resident Evil stuff and you're not going to want to miss it. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get straight into it. So for those of you who are not aware of who Albert Wesker is, he's essentially the main villain of the entire Resident Evil series. He's literally behind everything. He has his hands in everything that's going on in Resident Evil. He's either in the shadows or in the forefront of basically every single Resident Evil game we've ever played. Now, when it comes to Resident Evil 4, Albert Wesker is a huge part of the story, even though we don't see a lot of him on screen. He's the entire reason why Ada Wong and Jack Krauser are both sent to the village. They are there to retrieve a sample of the Lost Plagas parasite. He is also the entire reason why Leon is even sent to the village in Resident Evil 4. If it wasn't for Wesker sending Jack Krauser to the village to try to steal this sample, Ashley never would have even been kidnapped and sent to the village. The only reason why Jack Krauser even kidnaps her is to gain the trust of the Los Illuminados to try to get closer to Sadler in order to steal the Lost Plagas parasite. So I'm sure most of you have already seen this image right here. This is a leaked image of Albert Wesker from Resident Evil 4 Remake. Now we don't know if it's real or not, but supposedly the voice actor DC Douglas is the one who leaked this image. So if you look at this leaked image, you can see that Albert Wesker has been completely redesigned. His entire outfit is different. He has a different hairstyle. And also, if you look at his left arm, it looks like it's either mutated or it's burned. What's really interesting about this is the original Albert Wesker had no physical mutations at all. He physically looked like a normal human. This isn't Albert Wesker from Resident Evil 5 where he bonded with the Ouroboros virus. This is the Code Veronica Resident Evil 4 version of Albert Wesker, where essentially he is just superhuman with super speed and super strength. There are also some leaks and rumors suggesting that Albert Wesker's role in the Resident Evil 4 remake will be heavily expanded upon, in that the player will even fight against Albert Wesker in a boss fight. Now, right away when I think about this, I'm thinking there is no way Leon can actually take Albert Wesker on. If you think about it, Albert Wesker is basically a superhero, and the only reason why Chris Redfield even stands a chance against Albert Wesker is not because of Redfield's training or his abilities. It's nothing like that. It's simply Albert Wesker toys with Chris because they have a past, and he likes to make Chris feel like he has a chance when in fact he doesn't. So basically, Chris doesn't even have a chance against Wesker. The only reason why he can even stand his own against Wesker is because Wesker allows it, and this simply just won't happen with Leon because there is no past between those two characters. Now, that's not a knock on Leon. Leon is a highly trained US operative, and in my mind, he is just as highly trained as Chris. Chris is a very highly trained soldier, and Leon is a secret agent. So when it comes to combat, both of them are very, very skilled. It's just that Wesker is a superhuman, and the only way to really beat him is if he's gonna toy with somebody. And this brings me to my solution for this problem if they want to have Wesker in Resident Evil 4 Remake as a boss. And it's very simple. Leon and Wesker will not be fighting. There will not be a boss fight between these two. Instead, it will be Wesker versus Ada Wong. If you are familiar with the Resident Evil franchise, you would know that Ada Wong and Wesker have a long history with each other that goes all the way back to Resident Evil 2, maybe even before Resident Evil 2, and they might actually get into that in this game. But anyway, in my mind, if Wesker is going to be fighting Ada Wong, he would treat Ada the same way he treats Chris because they have that history, and he would toy with her and give her that fake confidence that she actually has a chance, but in fact she doesn't. So this is the only person in Resident Evil 4 that I think would actually have a chance at all against Albert Wesker. And this actually would make a ton of sense because we know that Ada Wong eventually leaves Wesker's organization, but we never really got a reason why. We know that she wanted to be a better person and Leon kind of brought her to the light, but they never really, explained this, and I feel like in this game they could really expand upon Ada Wong and Wesker's backstory and maybe show their falling out and show exactly why Wesker and Ada Wong are no longer working together by the time Resident Evil 5 happens. I think this is something that fans of the Resident Evil series have been wanting forever. We have never seen Ada Wong and Wesker physically together in any video game, and I think it's about time it happens. Of course, we will also see the dynamic between Krauser and Wesker, and maybe one of them will turn on each other, and we will see Wesker and Sadler's interactions, and how Wesker is probably going to turn on Sadler trying to get the Lost Plagas sample from him. Anyway, this is where you come in. I want to hear from you in the comment section below on anything you think of that could pertain to Wesker in the Resident Evil 4 remake. So let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.